Who becomes the bunting guru now that Flan's gone?
You know, I think you'll see a couple of guys helping out there. Roberto Kelly will be doing some of that. We got Decker. He'll be here to help out. Mark Gardner, that's a pitcher, handled the bat. So, we'll use everybody to help out there.
Eli Whiteside is your new bullpen catcher?
Yeah. Great. We're excited. Great addition, I think, on this staff. Whitey's experience, to have another set of eyes and ears. And, of course, guy that just finished playing, he'll be able to communicate well with these guys. He's very well respected, from his playing days here. So we're really, really excited to have Whitey.
When did that come together?
This winter. I know Whitey had a job, but I know Bobby Evans can tell you exactly how it all went down. But they talked, and Whitey was ready to make this transition.
Speaking of catchers, we saw Hector Sanchez in there. He looks great. He said he's ready.
He's in really good shape. I was impressed how he showed up in camp, and it's great to see the commitment he's made this winter to get himself in this type of shape, and he knows it's going to be competitive behind the plate. With the job that Susak did, and I'm just glad that he's healthy and he's over the concussion issue.
You'll put him in bullpen, catching bullpens, and doing everything right.
He'll be doing everything. Yeah, he's cleared to really do anything, so he's good to go.
When we talked to Ryan when he signed, he said he knew what he signed up for and he was okay with all that. Did you have a long talk with him before then, and kind of what you expect from him? Or?
We talked a little bit, and about the situation, and he understands it. But you can't have enough depth in the rotation, and I'm glad that Ryan has. He decided to come back with us, and I think it's going to be a workable situation. I mean, they can help each other out, maybe give a guy a start off, and start whether Bochy or Petite, and it's going to help them stay stronger throughout the year.
You mean any particular guy?
No.
Give a guy a start off?
Yeah, if somebody's a little cranky, whatever, then you got Bochy and Petite sitting there. They can help out, or knock on wood, we don't have injuries like we lost Kane last year, and this is as I say a lot, a very workable situation.
Does that allow you to move Petite around more than what you did last year?
I'd say it does help free him up a little bit, but still, I love the role he was in. I mean, he saved us in that role, and he'll probably get his same number of starts somewhere in that area that he got last year. But if I want to use him, toward the back end a little bit more, or but it's nice to have two guys in the pen who can give you some length there.
How's the general optimism after what you guys accomplished last year? I mean, you can't get any better. So.
Yeah, that's always there with this group. I don't think that ever changes. I guess it should be like that with every team, but I know with us, that's the great thing about first day of spring. Everybody's full of optimism, and we had a great year last year, and I'm sure they. I hope they took time to enjoy it and savor it all, savor all that. But it's time to go to work.
A lot of talk, mostly among fans in the winter, about the fact that you do have 7 starters, and the fact that you have guys coming off a lot of innings, that you could do something crazy like have a 6-man rotation, or if not do that, maybe just plug in one of your 2 long guys somewhere in April along the line, or May or whatever. Has there been any talk of doing anything unique like that with you and Rags?
Sure. I mean, we talk about all these things that you know, if a guy, as I said earlier, may need a break, we could give him an extra day. But you know, you talk about a 6-man rotation. 3 or 4 guys may not be comfortable with a 6-man rotation. You know, that's not something they're used to. So, like I said, if somebody needs a break, or as I said, gets a little cranky, you got Vogelsong Petit, you know, to throw in there.
I guess Hudson never gets old. Is that the situation?
Yeah, he's had quite a career to still be pitching his age, and credit to you know how he's taking care of himself. Now, Huddy is a little behind, so that's a fact with the surgery. But you know, we think he'll be fine and we'll catch up. But starting out, he's a little behind.
A few weeks before he.
I don't know about a few weeks, but yeah, we'll get him off the mound and see where we're at.
Anybody else? Anything that's come up since we talked to you at FanFest?
No, they're all doing fine.
And Hector's he said he's gonna be catching bullpen starting tomorrow.
Yeah,
as far as you know.
Yeah.
This might sound like a crazy question, but I know you want to keep Belt in the lineup as much as possible this year. And you know, on the days that Posey's not catching, will you consider moving Buster possibly to third base in addition to first? Have you talked about it?
No, we haven't talked about it, to be honest. I mean, it's not that easy to go over third base, and you haven't played there ever. Right. You know, I know you go back to college, talk about his shortstop days, but that would be asking a lot. You know, now, could he handle it? Yeah, if you spend a lot of time, but you know, we got to get him ready behind the plate. And, you know, he hasn't played a lot of first base, so yeah, that's just throwing too much at him at this point. And we have I think a really good third baseman. We'll have a solid, a couple of solid utility players. So I don't see that this year. No.
Are there any position players?
Doesn't mean I can't change my mind.
Any position players who, because they were hurt, can start workouts early, or will they just start with the regular position players?
You talking about
Like a
Pagan? No, I mean they'll start. Some of them are here now. They're doing their thing, but no, when camp opens, that's when they'll start.
You had a number of guys step up late last year, Panic, Susak, some other guys. Anything change for them coming into this spring training? I mean, expectations-wise?
I think, if anything, you know, they have that experience to draw on, and that's invaluable. You know, to go through a pennant race, go through the playoffs. You know, these guys realize that hopefully this is where they belong, and they can play here. And you know, obviously, you talk about the second year, the jinx and all that with some players, but this group did step up, these young players, and they did a terrific job. The Susaks, the Panics, and I think they're going to be better players this year because of it.
You were talking about the 6-man rotation idea. This is more of a general thing with do you see more 8-man bullpens? Is that more of an increasing thing you guys have faced, do you feel? Because there's a couple teams talking about that this spring.
Yeah, I think you look at where you're at with your staff when you make that determination. You know, 8-man bullpen, that's a lot. You know, there's times when we've needed it. I do, you know, we went to it, but you know, ideally, I'd much rather go to 7. And you know, your preference would always be to have 11. To be honest, I mean, a 6-man. That means everything's going well.
Right.
The more you add on to that bullpen, that means the more innings you need or help you need from your starters. And hopefully all is going well with your starters, and you don't need an 8-man bullpen.
What's your reaction to Barry Zito getting?
I'm excited for Barry. I know this was his plan, and I give him credit. He stuck to the plan, and the fact that he's getting this chance here. I'm happy for him, and I look forward to seeing him. You know, Barry, you know, he's one of the best people I've ever managed, and I mean that. How he handled everything, and a stand-up guy he was, but also times that he helped us, you know, at some critical moments, and so I'm happy that he's back pitching.
Coach, as you walk in here this year, where's your mind at? What are you thinking about in terms of this team? What's the most critical thing?
Yeah, well, first of all, I mean, I'm ready. It's been a short off season, but I'm excited to be here, and you know, with this team, I think it's fair to say we're pretty well set. We got a couple spots, maybe on the position side we got one, maybe two, and the bullpen is going to be competitive. But yeah, we're in a good place. Sure, we'd like to have a lot of fun in an odd year. We'd like to change that up, and so you know, we'll see if we can do that. But you know, I love the fact that you know, we've had the continuity here with this staff, and we got depth in the rotation. You know, this is a team with a lot of character. That you know, they're a very humble group, and they'll be ready to go.
You've won before. You've been through your Octobers. Did last year's team teach you anything you didn't already know about the game? How this works?
Yeah, well, I can't say it taught me something I didn't know, because they taught me in 10 and 12, you know, how when you you know, play with the right sense of purpose, what you can accomplish. I mean, sure, we all have talent, but you know, this was a very unselfish group that you know, as we've used, have a never say die attitude, and so they just probably reinforced my thought about this, you know, this group of characters that we have on this club, and they just keep coming at you.
Everybody going to be here? Any issues you've heard?
Yeah, we got one, Laura. It's going to be a day late, right?
Yeah.
I think Mejia may be one day late too.
We were wondering about that. He's under suspension, right?
Yeah.
But he can still work out with the team?
Yeah.
Flannery changed his mind yet? You know, he's just dying today.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. He's had a good winter. He's been busy doing his gigs and getting awards. He's been busy. We saw him at the Fan Fest. I saw him. He's doing good. He's at the ranch right now.
Is he?
Yeah, so he's doing well. Then he's going to Costa Rica next week, I think.
He's gonna make sure you know where he is all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was kidding him between that odd couple thing and the award thing. I said, "You're putting more work on me than you ever have."
Yeah, that was sweet. That came out good.
Having to watch the golf on Sunday. Here's Buster playing with the guy who wins the tournament and the guy who finishes second.
How about that? That had to be a thrill.
Good luck charm.
Yeah, that was quite a deal. Yeah, I was there for the shootout, and but for Buster to be in that group, I mean, that'd be exciting.
Kane won Best Amateur.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, he helped his partner the most. He had a trophy.
I think he and Buster were pretty close, weren't they, going in the last day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buster was had like a 14 handicap though. So
Right.
Kane actually picked up the most strokes
For his partner.
Yeah.
Which is not bad, because what is he, an 8? 6?
Yeah.
He's a 6. He's normally probably a 3 or 4. So he played as a 6, I think.
Bochy, Posey was sandbagging.
No, Buster wasn't sandbagging. I played with him. But he can crush it.
Yeah, that's how his first drive. It was kind of a drive to left. That's all that's what they're already pulling the ball.
All right, I gotta go meet the staff.